Hey everybody, you already know who this is. It's your boy Lazz, and getting down with the next Lazz Log here. I know, 2 in 1 month, that's kind of crazy. Um, I just kind of wanted to follow up because I know I left off with, you know, Milton, Hurricane Milton that came through and whatnot. If you follow me on all my socials and stuff, I indicated shutting down the server and just kind of preparing for the storm. And I've given updates since then. Obviously we're back online and whatnot. But I mean, everything for me and my immediate friends weren't really affected all that much, which is good and great. Obviously, with the news and stuff, there are a lot of hard hit areas. Um, it will be a recovery process, but that's kind of how it is for any kind of major weather event like this that has occurred and whatnot. But yeah, overall, I just want to say, I'm doing good. Everything else is doing good. The server and services have been back up and running within about maybe 24-ish hours and whatnot when I shut it down and things like that. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. Just kind of want to touch base on that, starting this log out. So I want to touch base a little bit on the AV station updates and stuff. So I have started purchasing hardware and stuff for the computer. I think it might be by the end of this week I might start getting some of the stuff, if not all the stuff. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to install things as I go and just toy around with it or wait till I get everything. The unfortunate thing is that I don't really have the budget to do everything all at the same time. So I think to see a difference, well, if there is even going to be any differences with the game captures that I do, probably won't be till maybe December-ish and whatnot. And it's just because of budget constraints. I just can't spend all this money all at the same time. And regardless of the storm not really affecting me too much, it's just a sound decision to make. Because even with things with my job, things are a little slow right now. But it is, it's going to pick back up. But just I have to be an adult and be cautious with my spending. So as time goes on and whatnot, I'm pretty sure you guys will see me doing maybe test videos or something like that to see what can I push and what can't I push. But I pretty much bought everything for the computer currently. So I got the video card, the hard drive, the cables, a new microphone that I'm going to try out as well. That I hope will work and whatnot. I don't necessarily have a problem with the mic that I'm using now. It's more so, it's a headset mic, so not that it's uncomfortable wearing it. Like I'm quite comfortable wearing it. It's just I'm usually not playing audio through the headphones, so it's just kind of on my head for no reason. And if I have friends over or my girlfriend comes to me, and it's not impossible to hear things, but I can't necessarily hear everything. And since I'm not playing any audio through it, that's why it just doesn't make any sense to keep using this. But yeah, so I'm kind of switching that up too and whatnot, which I have touched base. So I've ordered all that stuff. That's what should be coming in by the end of the week. The final components of this upgrade is the Elgato capture unit and just checking out software and stuff for video editing, just because I think I can find something better than what I'm using now. But the video editing thing is very, very dead last, because that's going to be me trying things out and seeing what it can do and what it can't do and whatnot. So yeah, that's just how that's going. I kind of wanted to touch base on that because I know I posted, I posted something about that at the beginning of October. So just kind of want to give a update since I'm doing a Lazz log. So the last thing I want to touch base on is, and I know I've talked about this multiple times before, the whole security certificate for Lazz.network. And I know you guys have heard me plenty enough times if you've been following me for a while. It just seemed impossible to do anything about it. Well, one of my friends that I game with quite frequently on Killing Floor, he kind of pointed out to try to do something different with the server, with doing like proxying and things like that. And, unfortunately, the server can't do it. No surprise, right? But it did force me to dig deeper into this solution. Well, the situation to see if I could find a solution. And I sort of kind of did, but at the same time, I guess it didn't fix anything or whatever. So while digging deep into the help forums and all kinds of different sites and stuff, somebody, whoops, I'm dropping my pen, I'm sorry about that. Somebody kind of indicated, hey, look, I use Cloudflare for my stuff and whatnot, and then obviously the pushback for that was, from everybody, oh well, you got to use Let's Encrypt. That's what it does. But what really got me intrigued is the guy responded back, well, I can't use Let's Encrypt because my server isn't on the internet. It's in-house. So I decided to take a look at Cloudflare. And I'm pretty sure if you've seen the things and whatnot, the updates that have been Dragon posted. So I got a Cloudflare account. I was actually able to get a certificate created, which is a shocker for me because everything else before was, you had to go to the root directory and move some things or get like a hash code and whatever, and you had to do some things which made sense. That's so the certificate of authority that gives these certificates can see the server, see what it can do and whatnot, and and then it's just not just tied to just an IP address. It's the server itself that has a certificate is secured. It can do secure connections, and that's how that usually works. So fortunately for Cloudflare, I was able to get one for the domain, kind of like what Let's Encrypt does, and actually get a certificate that I can import and not just depend on an app that just hasn't been working for me. I wouldn't say the entire time that I've had that I've been using this brand of hardware that supports my everything that I do and whatnot, but it just hasn't worked. It just hasn't worked, and I'd say 99% of the time it just hasn't worked for me for the Let's Encrypt. And I'm not trying to bash on them or anything. There's just that was my only option. So anyways, I was able to get a certificate. I was able to import it. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. I got everything set up with Cloudflare. So here's the thing. I wouldn't doubt that if you still come to my website, it's still going to say, oh, well, there's something wrong with the certificate and whatnot, which is really, really weird because looking at the certificate, it has all the details that is needed on there, including the domain, my domain name, all the aliases that I'm using, everything. And I haven't looked on other browsers. I personally use Firefox and whatnot. But the biggest thing that it's pointing out is the basic constraint for the certificate of authority is set to no, which Firefox flags that because it's leaving it up to the client to look at the certificate to determine, okay, is this a safe connection that I'm going to be going to? So the basic constraints is flagged for the certificate, and the key usage is also flagged, which, the key usage, good Lord, talking today, is, digital signature and the key encipherment and whatnot. It has an issue with that, which is really weird because I have the key, I have the certificate, but for whatever reason, it's marking the certificate of authority as no for whatever reason, and then it just doesn't like the key usage, that for it being a digital signature with a key encipherment. So I just kind of want to emphasize now. I wouldn't doubt before. It's always been an issue, if you're here on YouTube and you check out my videos and things and whatnot. I know here on YouTube I just really post my videos and that's kind of it. All the other actions that I do or whatever, mainly I do on my website. I have a Telegram, I have a Discord, and I have a Blue Sky that I'll just give general updates, but really everything points back to my website. And I just kind of want to heavily emphasize, for whatever is going on with this certificate, why it just can't do whatever, because I did everything correctly, everything is set up. I always monitor connections and everything that's going on and log things and whatnot, where I would know when something weird is going on or something is just not making any sense, that I would notify the general masses, including any users that happen to register on my site. With this certificate, even though it's flagging it as unsecure, or what is it saying exactly? Hold on, I just gotta look. Yeah, it just says connection not secure, which really isn't the case. The connection is secure. It's just, it has a mild stipulation with that. And yes, Firefox is saying that. I did use it on Google Chrome today at work just to make sure everything is working correctly, just different location and just making sure everything's working. And it's still saying, pretty much the same thing, that it's just not secure. But I can't emphasize, look, I think this is the best that I can do. I'm really happy that I was able to import a third-party certificate onto the server, and now it can be distributed. So now I'm not dealing with ASUS Tor's weird certificate that is just, I don't even know exactly how it works or what it works or whatever, but I get it. It comes with it if you don't have a domain name or whatever, but it's going to flag everything unless you use their services. And since I have a domain name, it's going, it always just indicated, hey, look, this just doesn't match, which of course it doesn't match, because the domain name can't match what ASUS Tor has, because ASUS Tor is just certifying the hardware that's on there through their services, through their Cloud ID or their Cloud Connect or Easy Connect. They got, they have some service there or whatever. And look, that's great for any Joe Blow that purchases one of these things and wants to get it out on the internet and, just, secure their data while they're transferring things and whatnot. It's reasonable. This day and age, it's a really bad idea to do anything unless it's encrypted or tunneled or something. And it's unfortunate that this is what it has come to, but this is what it's come to this day and age. So yeah, yeah. I just want to kind of touch base. Like, I'm very happy for what we have. It's still going to flag it as such. I wouldn't doubt if you try going to the site or something, you can try, removing the cookies or something and then try reconnecting again so you get the valid certificate, but it's still going to indicate that it's not valid and not secured. And those are like the only 2 points that is being flagged by the browsers, is just that, which is just really, really weird. So, whatever. I did everything I could do at this point, so this is how it is, and that's it. I mean, I can't keep going to a whole bunch of different certificate of authorities and trying other things, because a lot of these other certificate of authorities require going to the root directory and getting this data, which I don't mind doing. It's just it's like a modified version of Linux for this. I can't get, there's directories that should be there that aren't there, and that's just how this is. So I'm just happy that something is, it's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot more official than before and whatnot. So, I just kind of, want to ease everybody's minds. If you really do like the stuff that I do, absolutely, whatever. Of course, I do videos and game captures and things like this on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, cool. But I mean, really, at the end of the day, if you want to know what is going on, it's my website is the first to get it, and then it gets distributed to my Telegram channel, my Discord, and then Blue Sky, which of course I have all that linked everywhere, wherever it's on my website or whatever, or YouTube, whatever. There I go, just rambling. But yeah. That's all I have for this edition of Lazz Logs. Nothing too much going on. Just everything's good. Everything's okay from the storm. Was able to get power back pretty quickly, and kind of give updates on the AV stuff. I know I haven't posted any game captures, and I'm hoping to change that. I'm not waiting for the hardware or anything to do the game captures. I've just been busy doing other things and whatnot, regardless of the storm. So that's kind of what's been happening. I mean, to be honest, and to be really down to earth and level with you guys, I've just been playing way too much Killing Floor. The game's fucking fun. Well, Killing Floor 2 to be exact. The game is just fun. So yeah, that's what really's been taking my time and whatnot. But I haven't forgotten about everything else and whatnot. So the month isn't over yet, and I still have plenty of planned days on my calendar to try to get that done. Maybe I'll try to work on it today. I don't know. I'll see. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys with the next one. See ya.